As you might have guessed, Williamsburg Native loves Christmas in Williamsburg, and I took my camera with me on a recent chilly day to record some of my favorites. I've tried to show you the house names wherever possible, and I love walking through the historic area when the decorations are up, trying to figure out which ones were professionally done, which ones were amateurs, but especially enjoying the creative touches of all, and I was not disappointed this year. After my tour of the historic area and enjoying all of these wonderful natural creations, I did do a brief driving tour one evening on very snowy roads, which were heavily rutted by that time, to show you a contrast of some people's enthusiastic light displays. More on that in a few minutes. Winter in the historic area brings a change of light that I find just as entertaining as the decorations themselves. William Finney House, one of my favorites. They had very creative use of peacock feathers in their decorations. A lot of visitors forget to go to the back streets. There's always some very entertaining displays on those houses as well. So many of the materials I couldn't even begin to name myself. Um, I took you into the Raleigh Tavern just to show you the display of goods they have now. I'm disappointed that they're wrapping everything in cellophane, not very 18th century, but nothing is better on a cold winter's day in the historic area than hot cider and a gingerbread cake. Oyster shells have become a favorite of many in the historic area. Always nice to see some alternative colors. How can you not enjoy the colors of the fresh apples and lemons? Well, that was a beautiful monochromatic touch, complementing the color of the Hunter's store with just an accent of color. Oranges at Christmas time, how fitting. With the afternoon light setting on the dormer window. It doesn't have to be fancy to evoke the feeling of the Christmas season. Even at the cooperage, they had expressed their creative flair in some barrels. I'm surprised at how many autumn colors are in the displays, and yet they're so fitting, and they do dress up the houses and give them their party faces for the Christmas season. Nothing new at the Governor's Palace, but it always looks so stately when it's dressed for Christmas. And the afternoon sun setting on the beautiful bricks and the cupola glistening in the sun. In many ways, I enjoy winter in the historic area more than summer. More oyster shells. Almost everywhere you look, there's a little touch, something to draw the eye, and a resident's creativity. A little tribute to the fife and drums. And on the east side of Williamsburg, it was still very icy and slushy that night, so I did not do a complete tour as Jeff and I had planned. We'll save that for next year. But the spirit was very much alive in yard art of all types. East of Penniman Road in the James Terrace and York Terrace neighborhoods. Jeff and I used to live in York Terrace, and I think the Christmas displays are the thing we miss most about that side of town. Our current neighborhood also has some light displays, but it was just a bit too icy to do the neighborhood justice. And once I had seen this house on Jackson Drive off of Penniman Road, I thought there was no need to show you any more because this one took the cake. I thought it was truly well done, and there's a sign in the yard that instructed us to tune to FM 87.7 because the music on the radio was in time with the lights on the house. I don't even understand how they make that possible, but my hat is off to this family for the wonderful Christmas display.